This is becoming serious now. It's 9 defeats in 12 games, the worst run of form since November 1953 to January 1954.
Liverpool is trying to recover from the threat of crisis after the November international break. However, instead of returning to their best form, Arne Slot's team has actually deteriorated further, with Liverpool suffering a 3-0 defeat against Nottingham Forest at Anfield. This defeat seems to mark the most severe crisis for the defending champions. This season, Liverpool has undergone significant changes. The arrival of expensive new players has failed to improve the team's performance compared to the Jurgen Klopp era. Is the current crisis at Liverpool truly caused by the loss of the foundation built by Klopp in the past? Top Score 11 will analyze Liverpool's heavy defeat, which appears to be a sign that a major crisis is looming over the club. 2 seasons ago, the Anfield crowd fell silent with sadness as news of Jurgen Klopp's departure from Liverpool left all fans heartbroken. However, the grief over losing Klopp gradually faded. This was because the arrival of his successor, Arne Slot, brought a breath of fresh air. The former FC Zwolle midfielder's coaching experience is still limited. He has only managed AZ Alkmaar and Feyenoord. In the Premier League, Arne Slot is also a new coach. He has never experienced the atmosphere of the English Premier League, which is often referred to as the most competitive league in the world. However, all that experience seems to mean nothing to Slot. Just 1 season after taking over the reins, the Dutch-born man has managed to lead Liverpool to the championship title. Slot has silenced the predictions of many who said that last season Liverpool would only be able to finish 3rd at best. Fans were left speechless in both joy and sorrow because even though Klopp is no longer with them, there is now Arne Slot, who seems ready to continue the German manager's success. Last season, there seemed to be no adaptation period for Arne Slot. Instead, there was only a honeymoon period between him, Liverpool, and the fans. It is only natural for a champion club to strengthen itself to defend its title in the following season. However, in the 2025 to 2026 season, Liverpool seemed to undergo a clear change in identity, both in terms of play and, most notably, in terms of management and team administration. In the Klopp era, Liverpool was known for being very frugal when it came to spending, with many even calling it a stingy club. However, last summer, all that stigma vanished instantly as Liverpool suddenly became the most extravagant club among the other Premier League contenders, with Slot completely overhauling his squad. The Dutch coach has brought in several high-profile signings, including Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Karks, Alexander Isak, and Hugo Ekitike. Liverpool's transfer budget has ballooned, nearly reaching €500 million. On the other hand, Liverpool has also let go of several players to other clubs. The most notable names include Darwin Núñez, who moved to Al Hilal, and Luis Diaz, who joined Bayern Munich. All eyes are on Liverpool, which has undergone many changes. The addition of expensive players has led many to believe that Liverpool will easily defend their Premier League title. Liverpool actually had a pretty good start to the season. Arnautovic's squad was unbeaten in their first 7 Premier League games. However, Liverpool's frequent late goals were an early sign that something was wrong with the club. After entering September, Liverpool began to decline. The defeat against Crystal Palace in the 6th week of the Premier League opened a series of poor results for Mohamed Salah and his colleagues. After that, Liverpool suffered 7 defeats in 10 consecutive matches. This is a disappointing record considering Liverpool's status this season as the defending champions. Arne Slot, who was once praised, is now facing criticism, even from their own fans. The issue is that the arrival of new players has actually changed Liverpool's style of play. The Reds no longer rely on gegenpressing and quick transitions, but instead focus on control and possession. Klopp briefly tried to change his approach, which resulted in victories against Real Madrid and Aston Villa. However, before Liverpool could recover, they were once again thrashed by Manchester City with a 3-0 defeat. This situation has knocked Liverpool out of the top 6. Last season, Liverpool were so consistent in picking up points to keep them at the top of the table. But now that consistency has disappeared, replaced by inconsistency. The team needed improvement during the November international break. Unfortunately, they have only gone downhill since then. The end of November should have been the period when Liverpool bounced back from their slump. The match schedule seemed to favor Arne Slot's squad as they were set to face Nottingham Forest in the 12th game week. Liverpool were naturally favored, especially since they would be the home team in this match. Forest, on the other hand, were clearly not in good shape. The team that handed Liverpool their first defeat last season has already changed managers twice this season. Forest remains stuck in 19th place in the standings, having secured only 2 wins throughout the 2025 to 2026 season. However, the magic of Anfield and Forest's poor record seemed to have no effect on Liverpool's performance. The Reds were crushed at their own home ground. Liverpool lost 3 goals without reply against a team that had only won twice this season. This defeat once again showed how fragile Liverpool are this season. Porras could have scored 4 goals, but Igor Jesus's goal was disallowed by VAR due to a handball in the build-up. Nevertheless, the 12th game week ended with a 0 result for Dominik Szoboszlai and his teammates. Liverpool couldn't do much as they only managed 4 shots on target out of 21 attempts and an XC of 2.93 without scoring a single goal. The defeat against Nottingham Forest is clearly more than just a number. It is a reflection of the worsening crisis at Liverpool in their second period under Arne Slot. Even when compared to other defending champions from previous seasons, Liverpool can be said to be in a worse state. For example, we can look at Manchester City, who also faced a crisis last season. City did briefly drop out of the European zone last season, but they never fell below the top 10 in the league table. Manchester United also experienced a similar crisis during the 2013 to 2014 season.